Backdrop of the Sheffield's Don Valley Stadium welcomes you to Sheffield Eagles. The Don Valley Stadium, 25,000 seater, all-seater stadium, is a home, of course, of Sheffield Eagles. And Leeds just coming out now, led by the mascot for today, Joan Holiday. And her dad Paul will be very proud this afternoon. And her favourite player, of course, is the one that she's preceding, Gary Schofield, who seems to be everybody's favourite player. And Gary just making sure she's all right there. Valley Stadium, the home of the Eagles this season. I came to the first match against Wakefield Trinity when Sheffield won, and since then they've gone down the nick somewhat, Sheffield, and been a bit disappointing. They've recently strengthened. They've signed ex-Leeds player Peter Tunks from Salford in a straight swap from... They also feature Hugh Waddell at number 10, ex-Leeds player, and of course Mark Gamson, the former Leeds Colt, who was a member of that fine Leeds Colt side, which included Richard Gunn, Paul Medley, Roy Powell, and of course Roly-Poly Brendan Hill. Well, I'll just go through the sides for you. For Sheffield, Keith Mumby, signed this week from Bradford Northern after many years there, stalwart of the game, Keith. Richard Pixley, Dave Nelson, Sam Panapa, the New Zealander, and Mark Gamson, the Leeds Colt, are the three quarters. Darryl Powell, the captain, and David Maiko, the halfbacks. Mark Aston, of course, injured most of the season, not really played at all this season. Peter Tunks, Mick Cook and Hugh Waddell make up an impressive and somewhat large front row. Paul Broadbent, Sonny Nicholl and Ian Russell, the back three. Andy Young and Tim Wilby are their substitutes. For Leeds, John Gallagher is at full-back. Phil Ford, Simon Irving, Carl Gibson and Vince Fawcett coming in for John Bentley make up the three quarters. Gary Schofield is the captain and Paul Harkin is a scrum half. Steve Malloy, Colin Maskell, Sean Wayne, the front row. Roy Powell comes in place of the suspended Paul Dixon. Cavalier and Mike Coady making up the back three. The substitutes are Gary Lord and Gary Devotee, and the referee is Mr. David Asquith. So a good atmosphere here amongst the crowd, although it must be soul destroying out there for the players. Not really any atmosphere on the field, a long way away, similar to the Odsal Stadium, although obviously much more impressive than the Odsal Stadium will ever be. And so the mascot's just coming off the field, and it's going to be Sheffield kicking off, and they're playing from right to left as you look at it. You can hear the noise that the crowd are making. Michael getting the game underway. Of course, Mark Aston missing from the Sheffield lineup, usually takes care of the kick in. Roy Powell driving the ball in there, and Leeds very keen to make amends for that disaster last weekend at Widnes. That was all sorted out at training on Tuesday evening, I'm informed, behind closed doors. And I'm sure you'll see a better disciplined performance from Leeds this afternoon. Malloy there, bursting the first line of defence. Harkin, what's the kick in? And that's driving Sheffield down, and Keith Mumby for the first touch of his ball in the Sheffield Eagles colours. For many, many years at Bramley, was linked with Leeds for a short spell when Boris Bamford was coaching his second spell, and that move came to nothing. Eventually Leeds signing Marty Gerd and Gary Spencer. Sheffield moving the ball. Hugh Waddell, they're keen to have a good game today. Both these props, former Leeds players. Peter Tunks, of course, the Australian, played last season with Penrith. And a good tackle coming in there, and the touch judge is on, and the touch judge has come on there for something, and the referee was stood right at the side when that tackle was made. It looked a bit high, but I don't think it was anything dangerous about that. And the touch judge just having a word with the referee and pointing one or two people out on the field. It's nothing at all to do with the incident that occurred in the tackle. It's Sean Wayne and Hugh Waddell who've been brought to bay. Called before the judges, it were. And a penalty being given against Sean Wayne, so already Leeds conceding penalties. And Maiko will attempt to convert the penalty. Interesting switch for Sheffield this afternoon. Darryl Powell is switched to stand off, no doubt to compensate for the attacking of Gary Schofield. Have a bit of trouble here with the PA system at Sheffield. Probably the best in the rugby league, but at the moment it's blasting right in my lug. I'm not making commentating very easily. So Michael then just settling the ball down. Coming in. Mr. Asquith with his handkerchief out ready. And that's high, it's long. And it's wide, forward. Running out from behind his own line. Chinking, weaving, up to the 10-yard mark. Wayne. Malloy again. Arkin. Lovely ball there to Carl Gibson. Gibson almost wrapped up but gets out of the first tackle, and Daryl Powell moving in quickly, bringing him down. And he's lost the ball, so it's Sheffield in possession with Peter Tunks. Waddell, and Waddell's lost the ball. And that's going to be a knock-on. In the scrum will form, Waddell reclaiming the ball on the turf. Referee spotted the knock-on. A good contingent here from Leeds this afternoon, made the short journey, 30 mile or so, down the M1. The stadium certainly lacking atmosphere on the far side, where nobody allowed to stand or sit this afternoon. Everybody congregated under the main stand. Leeds, ball out to Leeds. Fawcett running, making the most of his recall to the side, wins Fawcett. And that's a penalty against Sheffield, they're interfering at the play of the ball. Holding down, says the referee, Mr. Asquith. So Gary Schofield is going to take the kick right in the middle of the field, and he's kicking up towards the halfway line and just making sure they're not attempting to go too far. Sean Wayne, shoulder down. Malloy now, Leeds using these props. He's to drive position and set up play. And Arkin now in the line. Coiti, ball right, powering round the back there. That's good play from big fella. And offside against Sheffield there. Schofield is giving that ball to Simon Irving, and Simon Irving will attempt, should I say, to kick his 56th goal of this season, 55 successful ones. And it's nice after so many years, although Colin Maskell, of course, did kick 100 goals last season, but it's nice to see somebody who, a very reliable kicker at Leeds after all the years of swapping and changing throughout matches. So Irving lining this up. He's pulled that wide, I think, and it's gone dead, so both sides just having the tilt at goal, and either side putting any points on the board. And Daryl Powell, Sheffield Eagles captain, one of several Castleford players in the Eagles side, or should I say Castleford base players. Daryl Powell, of course, Sheffield Eagles first signing. Here comes Roy Powell. And the big fella's up to the halfway line, and good running there from Roy. Mick Cook bringing him down. Cavalier, short ball to Cavalier from Maskell. Sean Wayne. And a good tackle there, coming in from Russell. Arkin running across the line, bringing Powell in again. Leeds not really written anywhere at the moment, just... Malloy again running around with Maskell. Maskell ducking under, but not under Peter Tunks. Peter Tunks obviously well aware of Colin Maskell's running abilities. Arkin puts the kick in. So the scrum will form just outside the Eagles 25 with their head and ball. We've been playing some 8 and 9 minutes now and still 0-0. Well, that ball is out to Leeds. That's one against the head. Vince Fawcett coming inside. Harkin again, switching play. Schofield, something here. Gallagher, Schofield. Oh, and Schofield's thrown the gap. Simon Irving, he's got Ford. Ford coming inside. Stop starts. Probably would have been better going down there. Irving quickly to acting half-back. And Schofield again. Lovely play there from Gary Schofield. Malloy. Leeds within 10 yards now of the Sheffield Eagle line. Harkin. Looking for his runners. And Coeedy there. Cavalier, short ball. Leeds going for that line now, only a yard short, driving forward Leeds. And I think they've lost the ball there in the tackle. That's Cavalier losing the ball. Or John Gallagher, as it were. It's difficult to see, we're miles away from the play. Waddell. A high tackle there coming in, but the referee says that's okay. Paul Broadbent, another Castleford lad, brought down. Sonny Nicol. Nothing Castleford about Sonny Nicol. Sonny Nicol, Unslip product, of course. David Ward coached him at Unslip before he came to Leeds. He was actually the Unslip coach that allowed Sonny Nicol to go to Sheffield Eagles. And that again there, Russell with the kick, and Gallagher's just safely under it and bringing it back upfield. And that's good running from Gallagher. Beats the first man. Mark Gamson just affecting the tackle. Ford runs himself from acting half. Harkin, Wayne. Leeds certainly driving forward in these early stages of this game. Using the two props as battering rams. Schofield now, clever touch from Schofield required here. And up quickly Sheffield and driven back there and pushing Schofield some 10-15 yards back. Sonny Nicol. Neville Powell. Coeedy running out wide, lovely ball there, and that's been knocked forward. And surely that's offside, that came off a Sheffield Eagles player, but the referee says play on. Sonny Nicol. Neville Powell. Passing out of the tackle, Mumby in possession. Oh, Mumby's brought through, he's got men in support. And taking 3 men to bring the veteran down. Mumby going on a free transfer, and Eagles piling the pressure on now. So Mumby coming on a free transfer from Bradford. Panapa slipping the ball there, Cook. 10 yards from the line, Leeds watch for offside, referees. And Michael's drop goal goes onto the athletics track, but wide of the post. Landing in the sandpit, I think, there. So Leeds, it'll be a tap on the 25, and Eagles quick at breaking back there. Good run there from Keith Mumby. Gibson. Steve Malloy. Panapa in there, but Harkin, first receiver. And Cavalier will throw the gap there, and it's an ankle tap from Russell, stopping Cavalier's gallop, and that's back for John Gallagher for the kick this time. And Gallagher hoofing it downfield, and Mumby safely under it. Mumby bringing the ball back, just over the 25. Oh, good tackle there on Richard Pixley. Waddell. Peter Tonks. Lovely ball there from Tonks. Broadbent. Offside there, Sean Wayne, right at the side of the referee. So Eagles get a penalty, which would bring them further upfield. Finds touch just short of the 25. Tonks just Gamson. Tonks. Lovely ball there. Russell. Powell brought down. Cover Leeds, cover getting in marking. Russell, Harkin injured there at that play of the ball. And the crowd shouted, they obviously saw something, but... And Stuart Walker on quickly there to see to Harkin. Forward tackle behind his own line. That'll be a drop out. Leeds living rather dangerously. We're playing 15 minutes now, and Harkin going off, and I think he's going to be substituted, and that's a blow to Leeds. That was a nasty punch in the tackle there at the play of the ball from Russell. The crowd obviously saw that, and officials didn't. For Leeds for the second week without Paul Harkin. Modell moving that ball. Sheffield impressively this afternoon. 6 more tackles, says the referee. Nickel. Gary Schofield just wraps him up there. Gary Schofield playing the sweepers role with Harkin off the field. Hanaper, 2 forward passes in that move, but Hanaper tackle in possession. Tonks. Schofield going for the interception and making sure the ball goes out of play. Harkin coming off the field. Seems to be some problem with Harkin on that side. The touchline, we've got 2 people attending to him at the moment. And again, referee there awards a penalty to Sheffield. The scrum. And the crowd here shout rubbish, but how they can see they must be all of 150 yards away from the action. That's a knock on, and the referee's missed that one. The Sheffield piling under pressure now. Cook driving for the post. And that's a try, and slack defence there from Leeds. Terrible slack defence from Leeds. For the try there immediately. Try to Cook. From 16 minutes gone. The Leeds there had plenty of chance to stuff Cook out. That's bad, you can say, a bad defensive lapse there by Leeds. Watch that on the replay there. Cook going over. Barging his way over despite the attentions of 3 or 4 Leeds players. And the conversion by Michael. Just watch that again on the replay. Cook getting over despite the attention of 3 or 4 Leeds defenders. So Sheffield Eagles 6-0 in the lead. We've been playing some 16, 17 minutes now. And Leeds with Paul Harkin off, have it all to do. They'll have to reorganise, and it's probably that Gary Schofield will go to scrum half. Schofield kicks off and kicks it dead, so penalty there to Sheffield. And there's a feeling so far it's going to be one of those sort of days for Leeds. Nothing going right at the moment for the Liners. Michael finds touch in among the cheerleaders. And again, the move there with Thompson, Gamson, Iko, Tonks, run around with Maiko, straightens up. Sonny Nicol brought down. Steve Malloy. Tonks. Powell trying to bring Sampanappa's pace into the game. And this game really needs this at the moment. A large injection of pace from Sunday and a knock on there. And as that's the 6th tackle, I think that'll be the turnover. Schofield. Cavalier back to Schofield. Sean Wayne. Oh, a good tackle there from Russell. Very impressed with Russell on my first sighting of him. Sheffield's first game here at the Don Valley Stadium. Maskill going for match in half, making no ground whatsoever. Devory. And it's Schofield. Back to Devory, and Devory trying to go on his own there. Leeds trying to play it down the middle. Not really getting anywhere at the moment. Lovely ball there. And Malloy, Cavalier, he's got Schofield inside him. Schofield. Referee says that went backwards. So Sheffield in possession there, and I thought Gary Schofield would have had the legs to go himself. Eagles just trying to drive this ball away from the post. They want to do anything stupid. Waddell almost doing just that there, knocking the ball, but managing to catch it on the second attempt. And Tunks' kick will come ring upfield for Gallagher. And Gallagher's over halfway. Fawcett. Steve Malloy. Impressive game this afternoon, Steve Malloy. Run hard and strong. Devory. Schofield. Coetti. It's good play from Leeds. Irving, Gibson. Ball moving right along from one touch line to the other. Gibson wrapped up over on the far side. Michael Nicol involved in the tackle. Schofield. Leeds making a complete pig's ear of that one. And Sheffield in possession on the halfway line. With David Nelson. Waddell. Malloy galloping away with the ball. Impressed with Steve Malloy, I would say. Ford taking Gamson on and not being successful in making a great tackle there. And the referee spots the elbow and a penalty there against Sheffield. Yeah, I'm not liking that, but certainly there was something went on there in the tackle. Maskill. Schofield. Roy Powell. Play in front of the Eagles post, 15 yards from the line. Sean Wayne. Good tackle there. Schofield. Cavalier, Schofield again. Irving had gone inside there, no support in the centre for Gary Schofield. Maskill still going, and Eagles tackling tremendous at the moment. It's hard to wonder if they've played like this throughout the season, where they're so far down in the league. Roy Powell. And Gibson again making no ground whatsoever. Gallagher ups the bomb. And Gallagher obstructed there. And yes, and that's a penalty to Leeds, and a justifiable penalty there to Leeds. Gallagher obstructed as he ran through. And that was a bad penalty for Sheffield to give away there, because Gallagher wouldn't really have got to that ball, I don't think, before the Sheffield man would have caught it. And they're going to try kick at goal, Leeds, see if they can reduce these arrears. 25 minutes of this game. Sheffield Eagles 6, Leeds 0. And Simon Irving right on the 25-yard line. He's settling it down, coming in now. That's it there.
Scored by number 3, Simon Irving for Leeds, bringing the score now to Sheffield Eagles 6, Leeds 2.
And they had the score from the PA system here at Sheffield, the announcer. So Michael kicking off again. And this is for Roy Powell to pick up, which he does successfully and drives back in. Schofield, Ivorti. John Wayne. Cavalier. Sheffield look quickly there at the play the ball and tackling well, and it's back for Gallagher this time. Knock downfield there, Mumby will feel that on the bounce. Look quickly Leeds, keeping Mumby pinned down here. Gamson. Inside, just looking for work, Gamson all the time. Played scrum half, of course, in his time at Leeds. He's played numerous positions for Sheffield, including half-back, wing, centre, full-back. Waddell. And forward pass there from Waddell. Looking to launch Sam Panapa. Panapa couldn't take the ball as it was, but the ball had just gone slightly forward. Schofield working the scrums now for Leeds. Gallagher in the line, lovely ball from Gallagher. Gibson, still going, Carl Gibson, still going. Tremendous run from Carl Gibson, despite the intentions of the high tackle. Weedy, Schofield, this is Leeds' best attack now. Good play, Powell out to forward, Ford's in at the corner, is he? Yes, that's a try to Leeds, tremendous try there to Phil Ford. Leeds hitting back in the right way. Try there to Phil Ford. And the 8 minutes gone. That levels the scores at the moment. The Sheffield crowd not liking this, but they didn't look to be anything forward about that pass. It was a good pass to Ford from Roy Powell. Good work there from Carl Gibson, bringing that ball upfield. Simon Irving then will attempt to convert from the touchline side. It's from his wrong side as a right-footed kicker. That's a great kick there. Yes, that's a tremendous kick there. Leeds in the lead for the first time. Points to 6 now, Leeds in the lead for the first time. Sheffield looks to be having a substitution. It's Waddell coming off. And it's going to be... Looks like Andy Young, or is it Tim Wilby? I can't really see from here. It's number 15, it's Tim Wilby, the former Leeds and Hull player. That ball's for Gary Schofield, and Gary Devore just bringing it out. Schofield. Leo. Schofield with the kick. All that fine touch. I think it's going to just bounce the wrong way, and it's a foul touch. That's a tremendous kick from Gary Schofield from 75 yards. And deep in his own 25. And Sheffield in possession, or should be from this scrum, it'll be their head and ball on the 25. Leeds certainly starting to put a few things together now. Ball's out to Maiko. Dances inside, but not inside Gary Schofield. First Sheffield Eagles scrum of the afternoon. And Sheffield forwards driving at pace. Paul Broadbent. Sonny Nicol wrapped up there. Leeds wrapping him up. Man and ball. Two men in at the tackle. Good play from Leeds. Wilby. Peter Tonks. And Powell's kick. They're picked up by John Gallagher. Gallagher spots the gap. Quickly closes, and Simon Irving going himself. Again, making some 5 or 6 yards while giving Leeds the forwards a chance to get back from that kick. That's sensible play from Irving, Maskill, and Devorty. Schofield. Leo spinning out of the tackle, but spinning into more trouble. And Schofield again with the kick, will he? No, sensibly, ball out there. Coady dummying, going himself. Coady running out wide.
Substitution for Sheffield Eagles, number 15, Tim Wilby.
Ball knocked down. Schofield kicking on. And Mumby picks it up in his 25 and brings it towards Simon Irving. He had to be sent off there, and I think Simon Irving slipped there, and that's a disaster for Leeds and a disaster for Simon Irving. He's not that sort of player. Simon Irving slipped there, and Keith Mumby fell over his outstretched leg, but the referee's no option but to send him off.
Number 3, Simon Irving leaves the field, having been sent off.
And that's a disaster there for Simon Irving. He just slipped there, and Keith Mumby fell over his outstretched leg. And I think the video evidence should prove that. So Leeds now down to 12 men. And if this Leeds side have got any bottle, any metal as it were, they'll make up for that poor decision by winning this game and taking the game to Sheffield. We've seen Leeds absolutely annihilate St Helens when they had David Cruikshank sent off last season, and another type of performance like that will be needed this afternoon now. Referee, to be fair, had really no option but to send Irving off, but Mumby certainly fell over his leg as opposed to him tripping Mumby up. Roy Powell takes that ball well there and driven back over his own line, drop out. And 5 minutes to go, Leeds still hanging on to this lead. Not a good drop out, and Sonny Nicol bringing the ball back in. And that's a man set off for the last 2 matches, Leeds. Of course, we're without Paul Dixon this afternoon for that reason. Held up on his back over the line there, and lucky for Leeds. And Sheffield doing all sorts of juggling with that ball, and Leeds managing to keep the player on his back. The ball being knocked backwards and forwards there, almost like basketball. Gary Schofield will work the scrum. Referee says that ball not gone into his satisfaction. Oh, what a dreadful decision from Mr. Asquith there. The ball kicked back and he's given the knock on. The Sheffield Eagles kicking that ball back to a Leeds player some 20 yards back, and the referee has given a knock on there after Sheffield blatantly played the ball. Panapa wrapped up. Good tackling from Gary Devotee. Leeds under the cosh a bit at the moment. Russell. Powell juggling and Mumby and Ford, who played with him for so long at Bradford, bringing him down. The forward pass there, you hear the crowd shout that. Was a good 2 yards forward. And Cook again, trying to go for the line. 6th tackle coming up, Sheffield piling all sorts of pressure on. Tonks, chip through there. Offside there against Sheffield, and Sheffield annoyed about that. The player who touched that ball down. Well, lucky for Leeds there, Carl Gibson making a complete hash of that. And Leeds getting a penalty on their own line. And so Schofield's kick has cleared the lines, and Leeds will tap some 10 yards just outside their own 25. Schofield. Sean Wayne. Malloy still going there, taking men to bring him down. Impressive this afternoon, Steve Malloy. Against Fawcett. In the crossfield and eventually well tackled there. Sonny Nicol. Schofield with a kick. That's spinning and Keith Mumby will take that. And does so successfully. Going himself. Bringing the ball back up 10 yards from halfway. And Russell. Tonks. Lovely ball there from Dal Powell, and Sonny Nicol knocks on. The body almost through the gap there. Right, Powell. Schofield. Cavallo out in the centre now. Schofield chips over. Lovely chip over there from Gary Schofield. And chips on. Has he got the legs here? I think Gamson's going to get there first. Good play there from Schofield, and Gamson really doing well there. Sonny Nicol brought down. Panapa. New Zealander leads with the keen to keep Sheffield down here until the kick comes. Gallagher back for that kick. Powell, or Maiko puts the kick, and that puts everybody on side, and Vince Fawcett stood there like he's waiting for a number 9 bus. I think he was aware that all the Sheffield players were on side there. Gibson. Trying to go himself, Carl Gibson. Almost up to the half-time now. There's just been a few minute stoppages. Maskill goes himself, straight into Peter Tunks. Really need to throw this ball about and play some of the football for which they're famous. Malloy play right on the 25. Rorty wrapped up there, and Leeds again not making any ground whatsoever. Schofield trying for the drop goal, and it's drop out there as the Sheffield player touched that on the way through. Sheffield will obviously make no attempt to retrieve that ball before the half-time out. Russell just taking his time to get back. Level Powell in the dropout. Forward. Now Powell driving forward. 3 Sheffield men to bring him down. One of those will come Cook, making sure that forward. Maskill tackled. Lovely ball there, and the ball's on the floor, and Sheffield have picked it up with Russell. And Powell stepping out of tackles. Good play there from the Eagles captain. And Sheffield quickly turning defence into attack. Tim Wilby. Sonny Nickel. Brought down. Peter Tunks.
Come on, Nelson!
Tip over, and Gallagher letting that ball go as he is. Heading ball to Leeds.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's a half-time refreshment ceremony from the Eagles dressing room, which is at the end of the main stand next to the track finishing line.
Oh, play almost up to half-time now. Sheffield Eagles 6, Leeds 8. By virtue of that try to Phil Ford, which Irving converted from the touchline, and the penalty that Simon Irving kicked. That's a penalty there at the scrum to Leeds. It's their 6th of this half. On the 7th, because somebody said something which is a stupid thing to do. And Jonathan Davis revealed this week that Dougie Lawton fines players £50 for talking back to the referee, and that's a sensible thing with the Widnes coach. So Leeds should take the lead in with them at half-time. Schofield. In fact, goes a hooter. So 6 points to 8 the half-time score. Sheffield opened the scoring with a try from Cook after he went over from close range, and Maiko made it 6-0, and then Irving had a penalty after 25 minutes, and then on try from Phil Ford after 28 minutes after great work from Carl Gibson. Irving converted for the touchline, and then Irving was sent off in the 32nd minute for tripping, and he seemed to fall down, and Keith Mumby fell over him. So there we have it at half-time then. Leeds 8 points, Sheffield Eagles 6. Leeds just kicked off there. Hanging on. Dave Nelson immediately bursting through. And Leeds will not have had the hard word off David Ward at half-time. Must do better in this half. And Paul Arkin back on the field for Leeds. It looks like Sean Wayne that's come off. Young Gallagher lets that ball bounce and picks it up. First bounce and streams back upfield. Forward, stepping, jinking, weaving, going one way then the other. Straight into 3 men eventually. Arkin. Malloy. Back in again, switching play, it's clever play. Coiti, couldn't get the ball away, and he finally does to force it, but the cover's across now, and back to Gallagher, and that's put Gallagher in all sorts of trouble, but his pace should get him out of most of it. And the ball out to Gibson. Gibson cutting infield. And Leeds taking play back up to halfway. Back in again. Kicks this time. Richard Pixley, another product of the Castleford area. Played for Red Hill. It's finally brought to ground in the middle of the field by Gary Schofield. Nickel spinning in the tackle, not getting rid of the ball. Schofield on, ball knocked forward and back, and eventually picked up by Eagles with six more tackles. Schofield wrapping up Nelson. And Nelson punching out in the tackle. Referee chooses to let that go. Cook. Impressive play from the Eagles. Pixley again, but dragged down, and the Eagles have lost 25 yards there in that move. And a good move it was at that. If that's not a contradiction, in turns Tunks throws the ball back, and Roy Powell losing that ball, and Sheffield on again. 6 more tackles to go. Cook. Waddell back on the field. Play inside the Leeds 25, and Waddell driving. The 2 drives there, Waddell's gone 20 yards, and Sheffield piling it on now. Meant to spare to this side in the proverbial space. There's a bus strip in here, but they didn't take it, didn't take that option. Tonks. Cummings then puts the kick in. And Vince Fawcett picks it up. And coming away, Vince Fawcett powers off Pixley. He's got Coini inside him, inside Mumby. Mumby here, getting him round the legs. Good tackling there from the veteran. Coini. And Mumby again there, tackling. Larkin. Offside there, half the Sheffield team as it were, but he's pulled the one nearest. Leeds taking the first half penalty 7-5, and the scrum's 5-2 with one against the head. Schofield, good kick. Midway between the halfway line and the 25. Larkin spots the gap, goes himself. Good cover tackle there, Peter Tunks. Rorty. Cavalier, good play from Leeds. Sheffield tackle at the moment, holding out. Schofield. He likes to go himself, really. The gap there shown with Simon Irving missing. Not many players for Schofield, not many options for Schofield. Gallagher ups the up and under and chases it himself. And the referee says that went back. And Gallagher up there quickly. Tackling Keith Mumby. Tonks. Straightening up play. Tonks. Russell with the kick. Sends Gallagher scurrying back, and it's bouncing awkwardly for the New Zealander. All Black, former All Black, of course, John Gallagher. Settling well now into life in the rugby league. And certainly taking some stick from opposing forwards, particular. Cavalier. And there's no doubt that Leeds look a different side when Paul Harkin's on the field. Schofield driving them back. Gibson. And Devorty coming across, covering there. And Devorty injured, I think, in that tackle. Well, certainly somebody is. I can't make out whether it's... Well, it's certainly the Leeds physio that's coming on, so Gary Devorty could be injured in that tackle. And Gary Lord stripping off. And Devorty's okay, play gets underway. Tonks striding through tackles. Leeds well aware of the damage Peter Tonks can do. Very impressive in Leeds run up to the John Player final in his season here. Hello Powell. Oh, and a good tackle from Roy Powell, his namesake and Great Britain colleague. Tonks. Powell again. And Schofield this time, wrapping him up, 6 tackle coming up. Unders for Gallagher. And safely taken there by the All Black. That's good play there from John Gallagher. Under pressure from Russell. Vince Fawcett bumps Russell off. And Panapa, but the cover getting him. And a knee there in the face from Panapa. Malloy. Schofield. Cavalier. Kill. Spinning round, going himself. 6 tackle lead, still in the 25. And surely John Gallagher's boat will be the one used this time. The ball sailing up high up there and coming down with snow on it. And Damson takes it, running back into his 25. And again he brings it across, and again Gary Devorty tackles him. David Nelson. Leeds moving up quickly now, Leeds. Carl Gibson. Tim Wilby. Hugh Waddell. Tonks. Looking through. Tonks back in position there. And a nickel. So Leeds will have to... And we've got a blackout now. And the power's gone off, the floodlights are blown. Well, that's the fitting end for the moment to this game. A £250,000 scoreboard is in darkness in the £2 or £3 million stadium. welcome back after that little interlude there for the power going off. Sheffield and Leeds teams just coming back out on the field. We have got floodlights back in working order. We're not the full complement of lights on each of the gantries. The tower's just at half power, but that's certainly better than most rugby league grounds. In fact, some would say that with only one floodlight on, it's better than some rugby league grounds. But I wouldn't be one of those. Well, not on the video anyway. So, lost complete track of timing now, how long we've been playing in this half. Probably 10 or 11 minutes. Well, that should give us a finishing time of around about 5 o'clock. Here come Leeds, a depleted Leeds rank. Simon Irving sat behind me in the stand, having been sent off. But Leeds have a good support here, and the crowd getting really behind the liners this afternoon. Well, Sheffield Eagles in possession and play going to start exactly as it was before, with Sonny Nicol to play the ball. The referee may have awarded a scrum, but that's obviously not to be. 6 points to 8. And will be dragged down. We'll just see how this delay has affected the sides. It could have affected one side more than the other. And a wild pass there, and well picked up by Nelson. And to the 25 before Gibson brings him down. Russell. The Leeds not moving up quickly enough there at the play the ball, allowing these Sheffield forwards to run. Tunks, hoist the up and under. I think that's Leeds in possession. The referee stands on the side of Sheffield Eagles, and Vince Fawcett has the ball for Leeds, and Fawidi runs from acting half. Hacking, dancing, bobbing, bringing Divori through. Divori spots the gap and up to the 25. Fawcett, and Fawcett's going down the touchline side. He's dropped the ball. The referee says that's a 6th tackle, so that'll be the turnover. Good, lovely ball there, set. Vince Fawcett on a run. Modell coming down the short side. No support for the big fella there. Ex-Leeds, Oldham. Blackpool, but a prop. Modell had an impressive tour with Malcolm Reilly of Australia. A good tackle from Carl Gibson results in David Nelson tackling in a touch on the far side, so that's a scrum. We'll form midway between the 25 and the halfway line in the Leeds half of the field. It'll be the head and ball to the liners. And it was Gary Schofield work, but back at number 6 with Paul Arkin working the scrums. Now he's come back on. Push there, and Sheffield in possession. That's one against the head. Leeds, of course, with a man light in the pack. Tweety out in the centre, covering for Simon Irving. Waddell. That'll Powell. And so far, the experiment of playing Daryl Powell at standoff not really been that effective. The referee says that's a forward pass. No scrum will form again. So Paul Harkin to feed for Leeds. Vince Fawcett finally picking it up. And tackled under his own post. Coady spinning round in the tackle. Schofield driving this ball out, but it should be forwards who are driving out. Harkin, Devoti. Ball put to ground and a knock on there. If that ball from Devoti had found Cavalier, there was a gap there. Scrum form in the Leeds 25. Eagles heading ball. It's out to David Maiko. A silly thing to do, kick there on the first tackle and it not coming off. And the crowd roar the disappointment, but it'd have been a hero if it had come off. And so Eagles surrendered him possession. Harkin using the short side, force it again. Good tackle there from Nelson. And Gallagher bring that ball upfield. It's for young Pixley. Oh, and he's not that, but has it gone backwards? And he gets a lovely ball away to Keith Mumby eventually. And Mumby brought to ground eventually by Steve Malloy. Panapa. And Panapa bags of pace, and Panapa destroyed Wakefield Trinity in the game I saw earlier this season. Russell Mike Coady, wrestles with Russell, and again Russell there bumping off Paul Harkin. Peter Tonks. Cook. Tim Wilby. Powell. David Nelson straightening up. A knock on. And Michael annoyed. 6 tackle, play the ball. Steve Malloy and Sheffield tackling well and keeping Leeds penned down here. Schofield. Lovely long ball out to Gallagher, linking up. Coates got Fawcett coming inside, going outside. Winger there, not really sure where to go. Devoti. Cavalier. Schofield with a kick. And a good bounce there. Favours the Liners. Touch on the 25. Scrum to Sheffield Eagles. With their feed. And David Michael is with the ball, eager to get on with this game. Sheffield's trailing by 6 points to 8. Play about 25 minutes left for play. Donald Powell juggling and Gary Schofield tackles him, his opposite number and Great Britain teammate. Panapa breaking through there, his elusive running is Sam Panapa. Tonks. Sheffield bringing play up to halfway with you, Waddell over the halfway line. And Powell missed him. The lights fading again here at Sheffield. And another chip throw, which is Gallagher picked up. and runs out. Gallagher up to the 25. That's good play from the fullback. It's Fawcett. Leeds using the short side. Waiting. Leeds really going nowhere at the moment. Larkin. W. Gallagher floats that one upfield. And a lovely kick from the fullback there, finding touch just inside the 25. That touch judge indicates that went in a touch on the 25, right on the line, so Leeds will pack down. Again with the man light in the forwards. And Sheffield scrum. Good tackling from Leeds. On double Powell. Peter Tonks. Russell, good run there from the loose forward. Tonks in it, everything for Sheffield. A long forward pass thrown out there, which the referee says is okay. It was right in line with where I'm sat. And tackling a touch again, Carl Gibson done some great defensive work on that far side in this second half. And Mark Gampson, I think it is, who's having a word with the touch judge. He doesn't like that decision. That should really be a penalty to Leeds there. Pushing before the ball put in, Sheffield Eagles. Trying to make their way to numbers count. And a big pack. And that's in and safely out to Leeds. And a penalty awarded against Harkin there. And feeding his own feet. So actually the referee there falling to that ploy. Some strong defensive commitment required here from Leeds. Gampson. Waddell going for that line. And the referee there having a look at the touch to decide whether that was a knock-on when it was plain for everybody in the stadium to see that ball was dropped. So it'll be head and ball again to Leeds, and we've got a substitute. Tim will be coming off. I can't quite see what the manager was going to replace him, but he's going straight into the pack. It could be Broadbent. And that's out to Leeds forward. Leeds eager to get the momentum going. Schofield, Mumby up quickly. Schofield chipping over again. Getting the rebound. That's good play from Schofield over halfway. Sheffield defence line very flat. Quick thinking there. Did that, of course, in the test series. Inside. Well, that's a disgraceful tackle, and there could be some bother on here. But well, the referee says that's okay. Would you believe it? And Sheffield in possession. High tackle on Maskell resulted in losing the ball. Brought down. Tunch. Known, of course, in Sydney as the enforcer. Played for many seasons with Canterbury, Bankstown, and last season with Penrith. Now finished his career in Australia and signed up here the Eagles from Salford. Straight swap. Oh, no, 6 more tackles, and that looked a good move by Maskill, and unfortunately not going right for Leeds. Russell, good running loose forward, Russell. Francis Leota, the Sheffield player who went on a straight swap for Tonks. And Leeds tackling so far this second half been exemplary, keeping Sheffield back from that line despite the numerical advantage. Donald Powell driven back, play back down the 25 now. Tonks. Short ball there, that's for Broadbent. 6 tackle coming up, so Tonks kick through. And that goes dead, so that's a tap on the 25. And Ford, good run from Ford. Pats him on the back. Well, Leeds again on the tackling, and they've had to do some this afternoon. Gary Devote showing up well on the tackle count this afternoon. Nelson again, Devote. Waddell loses the ball, Leeds in possession. And it's been that sort of game this afternoon. Penalty then awarded to Leeds. Touch. Gary Lord just limbering up for Leeds. Maskill with the tap. Arkin. Bringing Malloy on. The Leeds have rearranged a match, I think, for next Sunday with Wigan, and they'll certainly have to play a lot better than this if they're to win at Central Park. Devote injured in that tackle. Leeds lying deep with John Gallagher in the line. It's very cold here at Sheffield this afternoon. The players outside there, this breaking play must be absolutely frozen stiff, and the slow hand clap of the crowd. But Gary Devote, of course, injured in the position where the play would take place, not able to play the ball. About 12 minutes left for play now. Going to play the ball. And in fact, going to be substituted. Gary Lord coming on. Seems to be some problem with the back of Gary Devote's head. So Gary Lord, Arkin plays the ball. And Gary Lord on the Leeds, Roy Powell. Coiti. Arkin switching and bringing Coiti inside. Good play from the scrum half. And certainly tried his hardest this afternoon, Paul Arkin. Busy working around everything. Long drop goal. That's wide, well wide. So Sheffield will have the luxury of a tap on their 25, and the crowd starting to get behind the Eagles. Peter Tonks. Well, driven back, that's good play from tackling. Level. Powell. On the floor in that ball, it's good play from the Eagles. Pixley. Carl Gibson tackles him and drags him further back. Referee shouts held. Sonny Nicol spinning out of tackle. Sonny Nicol. The cover finally getting him. He's 10 yards from the halfway line, playing the Sheffield Eagles half. Peter Tunks. And Leeds again allowing him to run. And Russell here now. What's he got? Oh, and a good tackle there from Leeds. And that's Leeds' fault. He stood back there and watched Peter Tunks from 25 yards without going to meet him. A lovely ball there. Should be something here for Sheffield. Broadbent. And the cover there just again. And that's a 6th tackle, so Leeds have held out there despite all the odds. It's a good tackling stint again. Once they've got to grips with Tunks. I'm sure David Ward will have words to say to Leeds about this standing back and admiring the view. We know that the fans at Edinburgh like to watch open football, but that doesn't include the players who are supposed to snuff out the opposition's attempts at open football. Gary Lord, and he'll be keen to impress this afternoon on the transfer list. 25,000 looks a snip at that price for some enterprising second division club, maybe. Harking out wide there. He's dropped the ball. And Leeds again. They'll have to tackle. Waddell runs at full forward. Still going. Russell showing the ball, going himself. Player within 8 yards of the Leeds line, under the post. Tunks. Only ball, it's put down. And gratefully picked up for Leeds. By, I think, Gary Lord. Steve Malloy. Worked tirelessly this afternoon, driven the ball in, made ground every opportunity. Roy Powell. Oh, and Roy Powell carrying the ball there and just couldn't get his passing. Coini in support. W. Spots a gap. W. So, Gallagher in support. Going on the outside, John Gallagher. Great run there. And is he obstructing Gallagher? Well, the referee says not. And that's taking play right down the other side. That was good play there from Gallagher. And good play from Leeds. Oh, and a knock on there. By Mark Gamson, right on his own line. So Leeds, with head and ball at this scrum, if they can stop the push from Sheffield, have a chance to score again after being under the cosh for most of the game. Harking it is to feed the scrum, and the referee bringing him back around this side. That's going to be offside there. Waddell comes up with the ball, and he's got to come out behind the prop forward's legs. I don't see how Waddell can come up with that ball. So that's a penalty there to Leeds, their 10th of the game. We've certainly had some penalties. Maskell with the tap. Schofield. Malloy going for the post. Malloy's some 5 yards away and Leeds in the centre of the field. And Harkin looking for the run around. Maskell trying to burrow his way through. Going down the short side again. Schofield. Dancing. Schofield is going to score. And Schofield scores a try after all that pressure from Eagles. We've got about 5 minutes, 6 minutes left for play. Schofield scoring the try. You can always rely on Gary Schofield. And my hands are too cold to write the word Schofield. Schofield scores what could be the winning try. A kick to come, and Schofield it is who's going to try and convert. Ball just 7 or 8 yards to the left-hand side of the post. That's the side that we are. And Schofield has brought the ball back to some between the 10-yard and the 25 yards and 15 yards, in fact, back from the try line. Important kick this would put Leeds 2 scores in front of Sheffield. And it's there. So that's 14 points to 6 for the Loiners. One or 2 people just beginning to leave the ground now. But this game's certainly not over. And the way Sheffield have played this afternoon, they've considered themselves to be unlucky. That's the first real Leeds attack of this second half. And the substitute Waddell coming off, I think. Gary Lord, screamer, known as Screamer to his teammates over the 25. Back for John Gallagher, and sensibly Leeds will kick downfield. And that's a great kick, in fact, and Mumby picks it up in his own 25 and steps Cavalier. And still going, Keith Mumby. And Leeds can't afford to relax even now. And Ford offside there, and it was warned by the referee, Phil Ford, to get onside. Trunks quickly with the kick. Throwing that ball, that back flip that he used so well at Leeds, but only Maskell running behind him this time. And Leeds in possession. Knapper pushes Arkin back. Gary Lord. Roy Powell. Mumby. Again coming downfield. And this time the cover get him at the first attempt. Mumby still showing how well he can play the game. And for Northern, impressive yesterday at Wigan. Decided they could afford to let Keith Mumby go, as they've got Ian Wilkinson and an impressive substitute fullback yesterday in young Darren Moxon, who had a great game at Odsal against Leeds. And the touch judges on the field there. And Russell involved there. I don't know what's gone on, but the referee having a word with Russell, and he's... That's a penalty to Leeds. Well, coming into the last couple of minutes of this game now, Leeds 14 points to 6 in the front. Schofield. Lovely kick there from Gary Schofield. Leeds 10 yards inside the Sheffield Eagles 25. Steve Malloy going for the line. Tonks just brings him down. Marshalling the runner short side, Roy Powell. Leeds 5 yards short now. Arkin running across there. Schofield. And Gary Lord running on the end of that ball. Arkin again, short ball here. It's a try. Leeds wrapped it up now. No problem at all. Cavalier, perhaps a good afternoon for him. He's had a great game this afternoon. Cavalier worked tirelessly. So Leeds probably flattered by this scoreline, although to be fair they have played most of the game with 12 men and have done tackling when it mattered, and then as Eagles tired, Leeds finally turned on the football. And Russell will be disappointed he gave away that penalty when Sheffield were in possession. Schofield converts. 20 points to 6.
And the second score now to Sheffield Eagles 6, Leeds 20. Gives us a chance to announce the Sheffield Eagles player of the match, which has been chosen by our sponsors this afternoon, the Sheffield Cooperative Society Limited. It's been chosen by Mr. Harry Twig, the sponsor of the Cooperative Society, and it is number 13 for Sheffield Eagles. Number 13 is Ian Russell.
Russell won the man of the match award for Sheffield. I, for one, certainly wouldn't argue with that. He's had a great game this afternoon, apart from that one lapse there, which cost a try. That didn't really, I think, have any bearing on the result. Koichi. Steve Malloy. He's tended to fade after these exertions this afternoon. A penalty there. Well, there's no need for that. The penalty had already been given there against Steve Malloy, or should I say, to Steve Malloy. Cheers there. Castleford being at home by Rochdale Hornets. Well, if Daryl van der Velde doesn't resign after that, I don't know what they'll take him to do. That's unbelievable defeat there for Castleford, to the way they beat Wakefield Trinidad last week. Well, Rochdale Hornets bottom of the league. Rochdale Hornets bottom of the league in the John Player semi-finals, and the Regal Trophy semi-finals at the expense of Daryl van der Velde's expensively assembled Castleford outfit. And I shouldn't have said that Donald van der Velde will resign. I don't suppose it's his fault. And I know he's very disappointed in the way Castleford have played. Oh, Leeds coming up now. Vince Fawcett going for the line. Lee Cook's telling me last week that Van der Velde not very happy with the way his side are playing, and Panapa knocking on. Schofield picks it up for Leeds. So that's going to be a try to Carl Gibson. I don't think Keith Mumby's going to get there. It's a try to Gibson again. So Leeds floodgates opening a bit now after Eagles had certainly in Leeds again for 70 minutes this afternoon. Again, Sheffield not playing for the full 80 minutes and paying the penalty. So Schofield will attempt to convert from the far touchline side. Schofield's kick was not successful, 24 points to 6. There goes a hooter. Well, it's been certainly a game of incident here this afternoon, with Simon Irving sent off in the 32nd minute and Leeds fighting a rearguard action for most of the second half. We've had a power failure with the floodlights. But eventually Leeds running out winners 24-6. It was Sheffield who opened the scoring after 16 minutes with a try to Cook, converted by Maiko, 6-0. Irving replied with a penalty after 25 minutes. And then Ford scored a lovely try after great work by Carl Gibson. Irving converted. It was 6 points to 8 in favour of the Liners. And then Irving was sent off 4 minutes later for tripping up. Keith Mumby unluckily sent off there. The second half played for quite a while before the floodlights failed, and then Leeds fighting a rearguard action, defending superbly, and finally scored a try to Schofield, which he converted himself, and that was virtually it then. And then Cavalier had a good try, again Schofield converted, and then right on full time Gibson had a try which Schofield failed to convert. It's 6 points to 24. So I hope you've enjoyed Leeds' first visit to the Don Valley Stadium. I think the Leeds and Wigan game has been rearranged for next Sunday. So it's good afternoon here on the Don Valley Stadium, Sheffield. My name's Short Duffy, and your cameraman this afternoon is Mike Tiller. Well, Steve, hard game today, a good victory in the end.
Yeah, the lads did well. I think it was never going to be a classic game. The pitch really dictated that, the size of it. It was never going to be flowing. It probably suits sort of Sheffield's style of play, big forwards and, you know, virtually ploughing down the middle. But then again, you know, a win's a win, and it's 2 points, and we're up there now, and hopefully we can keep this form.
Yeah, good defensive display, particularly with Simon Irving being sent off. Yeah,
well, I mean, it's one of them things when you have a player sent off, sometimes it works for you, sometimes it works against you. I mean, the lads tend to knuckle down and, you know, and just do, you know, the man's work, you know, and I think that it was a credit to the lads today, just how they did knuckle down, and, you know, everyone helped out.
You must have been disappointed with the second half performance last week at Widnes.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't see much of it. I was in the dugout. I was a bit disappointed in my own display. Then again, you know, I mean, not crying wolf. I think the referee butchered us. But then again, you know, I mean, you've got to play. Sometimes the referee's on your side, sometimes the referee's. But definitely Widnes are the side to beat at the moment, and they'll probably go all the way now. Now we're going to be knocked out.
On a personal note, are you settling well at Leeds now?
Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with my performance today. At least I stayed involved. I mean, Sean's been playing well, so it was a case of me having to sort of be prepared to get in there and take, when Sean was taken off at half time, and do a little bit, and, you know, try and take off where Sean's finished, you know.
OK, thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Well, Norman, 2 points at the end of the day, but Sheffield made you struggle.
Certainly did, Stuart. They played very much from the heart, with enthusiasm. They tackled, I thought, tremendously. They worked really hard from the marker. But at the end of the day, I think the Leeds class came through and told, especially the game breaker, Gary Schofield's individual tries. That's the sort of thing that he's well known for. Putting them on the back foot and snapping up these chances. A superb try. And after that, it all went one way. I think they tried hard. But at the end of the day, I think the class came through.
Difficult time for you when Simon Irving was sent off. Did you have to reorganise much?
Yeah, well, obviously, we put Mike Kuwaiti into the centre. We had to pack with 5 men, which incidentally the Sheffield coaching staff obviously realised they had a big pack. The second half, they put on a big push and pushed off the ball a time or two, even with head and ball. You know, we were just contemplating whether to pack 6 and play with a back short and just, you know, consolidate and take the ball, arcing falling at the back of the scrum, or to just, you know, play it as it came. We decided to keep 5, and in case we did, even with 6, lose one against the head and find ourselves a man down in the backs.
Well, Paul Arkin injury obviously upset you as well in the first half, Norman.
Yeah, well, as I say, that was having to reorganise with Paul already coming off and Gary playing at scrum half. In fact, he couldn't see a thing. He'd had fingers in the eyes. Both his eyes were closed, and the doctor said it was something to do with some muscle in his eye that had been affected, but they had to manually open the eye, and then after that wash them out, and he was okay. But obviously, you know, Paul, a playmaker, and we had to switch about there again. It did upset us, but as I say, in the end of the day, we got him back on at half-time, and we started to get reorganised again. And in the end of the day, we got the result, which is an important 2 points.
Yeah. An important time coming up for Leeds. Wigan next week, and then 2 matches at home over the holiday period.
Yeah, well, Wigan next week. Hopefully, we can build on this week and catch Wigan while they're a little bit down. Obviously, they might have other ideas of after the Bradford defeat yesterday of bouncing back against Leeds. Let's just hope that we can get the 2 points there. And never mind what other people have said, we're out of the championship race. We're still in there, and we're still going for every game. Every game to us is a cup tie. Bradford Northern at home, again, that'll be a difficult one on Boxing Day. But there again, there's the Wigan game. We might catch them while they're still in jubilation over the Regal Trophy win. and another 2 points will come along, and then we'll just take each game as it comes.
OK, Norman, thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Stuart.